Have you ever felt that moment of hesitation before getting up from a low, comfortable sofa? Or that subtle wobble in your legs when you step off a curb? A feeling that just wasn't there a few years ago. It's a quiet, creeping sensation, a sense that your own body is becoming less reliable. Many of us simply chalk it up to getting older, a non-negotiable part of the aging process. We tell ourselves, well, this is just what happens after 60. But this quiet acceptance often masks a deeper fear. The fear of losing our independence, of not being able to keep up, or worse, the fear of a fall. This feeling that your strength is slowly draining away, especially from your legs, can be one of the most frustrating and disheartening experiences, making you feel powerless against the march of time. It's a feeling I know all too well from listening to so many stories. But what if I told you that this gradual loss of strength isn't just an inevitable consequence of the years passing by? What if a significant part of this puzzle, a key factor contributing to that wobbly feeling, is linked to a simple, nightly habit you've likely had for decades? I'm talking about that small, comforting snack you have before bed. Maybe a few crackers, a small bowl of cereal, or a piece of toast. It seems so innocent, so harmless. A little something to keep you from waking up hungry. How could something so light, something so routine, possibly be connected to the strength you need to climb a flight of stairs or carry your own groceries? This is the contradiction that keeps so many people stuck, doing all the right things during the day, yet unknowingly sabotaging their body's recovery process every single night. For over 2 decades, I've focused my work on the science of healthy aging, and I've sat with thousands of men and women who share this exact frustration. They are proactive, they eat well, they try to stay active, but this persistent leg weakness remains. What I want you to hear right now is that this is not a personal failure. It is not because you aren't trying hard enough. It's because you're missing a crucial piece of information about how your body's metabolism and repair systems function differently after 60. The rules of the game have changed slightly, and nobody has handed you the updated playbook. The very same habits that were harmless in your 40s can have a profoundly different impact today. Understanding this single shift is the first step toward reclaiming that feeling of strength and stability you thought was gone for good. In this video, we are going to do exactly that. We're going to uncover the hidden mechanism that connects that nightly snack to your muscle health. I will explain in simple terms the hormonal conversation that happens inside your body while you sleep. Think of your body as having a dedicated nightly repair crew that comes in to fix the normal wear and tear on your muscles from the day. But a specific type of food, eaten at the wrong time, can act like a false fire alarm, distracting that crew and preventing them from doing their most important work. Night after night, this small disruption adds up, leading to a net loss of muscle tissue. Once you understand how this system works, you'll see why your efforts during the day haven't been giving you the results you deserve, and you'll finally have the key to fix it. This isn't just about building stronger muscles. It's about securing your freedom and your quality of life. It's about having the confidence to say yes to a walk in the park, to lift your grandchild into the air, and to live in your own home with safety and independence for years to come. Your body has an incredible capacity to respond and heal, far more than you might believe. It's never too late to give it the right signals. As we explore this vital information together, I encourage you to become part of this community by subscribing to our channel. Clicking the like button helps this video reach others who need to hear this message, and I would genuinely love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Is this feeling of weakening legs a concern for you? Sharing your experience helps us all feel less alone on this journey. To truly understand what's happening in your legs, we need to look at what's supposed to happen in your body while you sleep. Most of us think of sleep as a time of rest, a passive state where our body simply shuts down to recharge. But that's only half the story. The truth is, your body enters its most critical repair shift during those hours. Every day, our muscles experience tiny, microscopic tears and strains from normal activities like walking, lifting, or even just standing. Sleep is when your body's dedicated maintenance team gets to work, meticulously repairing this daily wear and tear. This process is essential for maintaining strength, tone, and function. Without this efficient nightly repair cycle, the small damages of today become the noticeable weakness of tomorrow. It's an active, sophisticated process that is absolutely fundamental to how we feel and function day after day, especially as we move past 60. Think of it this way. Every night, a highly skilled repair crew arrives to work on the construction site of your muscles. The foreman of this crew is a powerful hormone known as human growth hormone, or HGH. Its primary job during your deep sleep phases is to orchestrate the rebuilding process. It directs resources, signals for new tissue to be built, and ensures that your muscles are stronger and more resilient for the next day. This isn't just about building bigger muscles like a bodybuilder. It's about preservation and maintenance. HGH is the master architect of your body's nightly restoration, ensuring that the foundation of your strength, your muscle tissue, remains solid and reliable. This system is designed to work seamlessly, a beautiful and automatic process that has kept you strong for decades. But as we age, this system becomes more sensitive to disruption. Now, for any construction project to succeed, the crew needs two things: clear instructions from the foreman and the right building materials. The primary building material for your muscles is protein. The amino acids from the protein you eat throughout the day are like the bricks and mortar delivered to the worksite. Many of you are already doing an excellent job of this, consciously adding more protein to your meals, which is a fantastic and crucial step. You are ensuring the supply truck arrives with all the necessary materials. This is why it can feel so confusing when you're providing all the right resources, yet the structure still feels like it's getting weaker. It's like seeing a pile of perfectly good bricks sitting unused while the wall continues to crumble. The problem, as we are about to see, isn't with the materials you're providing. It's that the repair crew is being unexpectedly sent home before their work is done. Let's introduce another key player in your body's nightly operations, the hormone insulin. Insulin's main job is to manage your blood sugar. When you eat, especially foods that are rich in carbohydrates and sugars, your body releases insulin to shuttle that sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells for energy or storage. It's a vital and protective mechanism. Fast-digesting carbohydrates, like those found in crackers, cereals, toast, or cookies, cause a particularly rapid and significant release of insulin. Think of it as an urgent announcement broadcast throughout your body. Attention, high levels of sugar have arrived. All hands on deck to manage this immediately. While this response is normal and necessary, the timing of this announcement is absolutely critical, especially when it happens just as the nightly repair crew is clocking in for their shift. This is where that seemingly innocent bedtime snack creates a major conflict. Eating those simple carbs right before you go to sleep is like setting off a loud, disruptive, false fire alarm in the middle of the construction site. The urgent signal of the insulin spike overrides everything else. The entire system shifts its priority from repair and rebuild to store this incoming energy now. The foreman, human growth hormone, and its entire repair crew are essentially told to stand down. Their delicate, long-term construction work is put on hold to deal with the immediate, perceived emergency of managing blood sugar. The crew is distracted, their instructions are drowned out by the blaring alarm, and the crucial window for muscle repair begins to close. Night after night, this false alarm rings, and night after night, the rebuilding work is cut short. In the complex hormonal language of your body, high levels of insulin and peak levels of human growth hormone are to some extent competing signals. They don't operate well at the same time. Insulin is fundamentally a storage hormone, focused on putting energy away for later. HGH, in this context, is a rebuilding hormone, focused on using resources to repair and grow tissue. When you create an environment where insulin is elevated as you enter your deepest sleep cycles, precisely when HGH release should be at its peak, you are blunting your body's natural ability to repair itself. The signal to rebuild is muffled by the louder signal to store. This hormonal conflict means that the protein you diligently consume during the day doesn't get utilized as effectively for muscle synthesis overnight. The bricks are there, but the foreman and crew are sidelined. One night of this process won't make a noticeable difference. You won't wake up feeling weaker. This is why the habit is so deceptive and so difficult to connect to the symptom. The problem is the cumulative effect. Imagine your muscle health is like a bank account. Every night, the repair process is supposed to make a small deposit, keeping your balance strong. But when this hormonal conflict occurs, you make a much smaller deposit, or maybe even a tiny withdrawal. When this happens consistently, night after night, week after week, for years, that small nightly deficit adds up to a significant, noticeable loss of capital. This is how sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss, can be unintentionally accelerated. It's not a sudden event. It's a slow, silent erosion of your strength, driven by a nightly habit that seems completely harmless. So you see, that feeling of your legs being unsteady, that hesitation before standing up, isn't just an inevitable symptom of old age. It can be a direct result of this specific, recurring metabolic disruption. It's not that your body has forgotten how to repair itself or that your muscles are doomed to weaken. It's that we have been unknowingly sending it a mixed message at the most critical time of day. By understanding this mechanism, you can finally move past the frustrating belief that your body is failing you. Instead, you can see that it's simply responding to the signals it's being given. And the most empowering part of this entire story is that you have complete control over those signals. You have the power to turn off that false fire alarm and let your dedicated repair crew finally get back to work. The invisible error, the one that has been silently undermining your strength, isn't that you're eating before bed. For many, a small, light snack is perfectly fine. The mistake lies in what you are choosing to eat in that final hour before you sleep. I'm talking about that small bowl of cereal, those few crackers, that piece of toast, or a couple of cookies. These foods, which we've been taught to see as light and harmless, are the primary culprits. They are composed almost entirely of fast-digesting carbohydrates. Because they seem so innocent, and because they are often comforting, lifelong habits, we never think to question them. We assume that because they don't feel heavy in our stomach, they can't possibly be doing any harm. But in the quiet chemistry of your sleeping body, these simple snacks are sending the exact wrong signal at the exact wrong time, day after day. This habit is so deceptive because it feels right. A small, carb-rich snack can feel calming, even helping some people feel drowsy. It satisfies that little pang of hunger and seems like a sensible choice compared to a heavy, rich dessert. It's what we've done for decades without a second thought. But this is where the rules have changed. The metabolic flexibility you had in your 30s and 40s allowed your body to handle this small insulin event with ease. Now, in your 60s and beyond, your system is more sensitive. That nightly false fire alarm we talked about now has a much greater disruptive effect on your body's repair crew. The very thing that feels comforting and harmless is, in a biological sense, creating a state of low-grade nightly chaos that directly interferes with the preservation of your most precious asset, your muscle. The critical mistake is consuming these carbohydrates by themselves. When you eat a piece of toast or a handful of crackers alone, there is nothing to slow down the rush of sugar into your bloodstream. It's a direct, unimpeded signal for insulin to surge. There is no protein, no healthy fat, and very little fiber to act as a buffer, to gentle that hormonal curve. This is the key. The problem isn't the carbohydrate itself, but its solo performance right before the main event of nightly repair. It creates the sharpest possible spike, which in turn creates the most potent signal to suppress the work of your human growth hormone. You have inadvertently created a hormonal environment that prioritizes emergency sugar storage over the methodical, essential work of muscle protein synthesis, leaving your repair crew with their hands tied. And here is the most frustrating part of it all. There are no immediate consequences. You eat the crackers, you go to sleep, and you wake up the next morning feeling no different. There is no instant weakness, no warning sign, no red flag your body raises to tell you that the repair shift was canceled. This complete lack of immediate feedback is what makes the connection so difficult to see. It's why you would never associate that innocent snack with the struggle you feel on the stairs weeks, months, or even years later. The damage isn't done in one night. It's a process of slow, silent, and cumulative erosion. It's like a tiny, imperceptible leak in a dam. You don't notice the water level dropping day by day, but over time, the structural integrity is profoundly compromised. Think of it as a nightly deficit. Every single night that this hormonal conflict occurs, your body fails to fully repair and replenish the muscle tissue that underwent normal stress during the day. Instead of making a small deposit into your muscle bank account, you either break even or make a tiny withdrawal. At first, this deficit is unnoticeable, but when it happens 5, 6, or 7 nights a week for years on end, the cumulative loss becomes significant. This is how sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, gets an unintentional boost. It's not a sudden collapse of your strength. It's the long-term result of thousands of nights of suboptimal repair. That feeling of your legs getting weaker over time isn't just in your head. It's the real, physical manifestation of this compounding nightly deficit. This slow erosion of muscle has profound effects on your daily life and your independence. It's the reason why pushing yourself up from a deep, soft armchair requires more effort, a little grunt you didn't have before. It's why you might find yourself looking for a handrail when faced with a flight of stairs that used to be effortless. This weakness in the large muscles of your legs and glutes is directly linked to your stability and balance, which is why you may feel a new sense of unsteadiness, a wobble when you step off a curb. This functional decline is what fuels the deepest fear associated with aging, the loss of autonomy. It's not just about strength. It's about the confidence to navigate your world safely and independently, without the constant, nagging worry of a fall. The consequences also extend to your overall appearance and posture. Strong muscles form the foundational framework that holds your body upright and gives it shape. As the muscles in your core, back, and legs weaken from this nightly cycle of poor repair, it can contribute to a more frail appearance. You may notice that you're not standing as tall as you used to, or that a slight stoop is beginning to develop. This is because the very muscles responsible for holding your spine erect and your shoulders back are not getting the overnight maintenance they need to stay strong and resilient. So, this isn't just about the power in your legs. It's about the entire structure that supports your vitality, your energy, and the way you carry yourself through the world. Now, hearing all of this might feel disheartening. It might even create a sense of regret, thinking of all the nights this cycle has repeated. But I want you to immediately replace that feeling with one of empowerment. This is not an irreversible process or a sealed fate. The fact that this weakness is tied to a specific, mechanical, and repeatable habit is actually the best news possible. Why? Because a habit can be changed. A signal can be corrected. You now understand the why behind the problem, which means you have the power to fix it. We have identified the false alarm that has been disrupting your body's crucial work. The next logical step, then, is to learn exactly how to turn that alarm off and let your dedicated repair crew finally get the job done. The solution, then, is beautifully simple and does not require you to go to bed hungry. The adjustment isn't about eliminating your evening snack, but about transforming it. The goal is to turn off that false fire alarm by ensuring you never send those fast-acting carbohydrates into your system all by themselves just before sleep. So, that habit of having a few crackers, a small bowl of cereal, a piece of plain toast, or a couple of cookies as your final bite of the day is what we need to gently modify. By themselves, these foods create that sharp, disruptive insulin spike we've discussed. The key is to provide a buffer, something that slows down the entire process, allowing your body to transition into its repair cycle peacefully and efficiently. This small change in composition is the lever that allows you to shift the hormonal conversation from emergency storage back to systematic repair. So, what does this new, smarter snack look like? It's about adding a small source of protein or healthy fat to act as that crucial buffer. Think of a small bowl of plain Greek yogurt, which is rich in slow-digesting protein. Or consider a single hard-boiled egg, a powerhouse of nutrients. Even something as simple as a handful of almonds or a spoonful of natural peanut butter on a single apple slice can completely change the metabolic signal you're sending. These additions work by slowing down the absorption of any carbohydrates present, preventing that sudden surge in blood sugar. This gentle, rolling release of energy doesn't trigger the insulin alarm. Instead, it provides a steady stream of resources, amino acids from the protein, stable energy from the fat, that can actually support the nightly repair crew instead of sending them home early. It's about working in harmony with your body's natural rhythm. Let's be clear about the timing and the amount, because the goal here is to support your body, not to disrupt your sleep with a heavy meal. We are talking about a small, strategic snack consumed in the 1 to 2 hours before you turn out the lights. This gives your digestive system a little time to begin its work without being overtaxed. The key is simplicity. This isn't the time for a complex meal. A few spoonfuls of cottage cheese, a small piece of avocado, or a few walnuts are all excellent choices that are easy on your system. The purpose of this final intake is purely functional, to stabilize your blood sugar and provide the building blocks for overnight repair. It should be light enough that you barely notice it, yet powerful enough to completely change the hormonal environment in which you sleep, setting the stage for a truly restorative night. This simple adjustment is not a magic bullet that works overnight. Remember, the weakness you feel is the result of a cumulative deficit built up over many months and years. Therefore, the solution lies in creating a new cumulative surplus. The power of this strategy is unlocked through consistency. By applying this small change most nights of the week, you begin to create a reliable, supportive pattern. You are consistently telling your body that the night is a safe and appropriate time for repair work to commence without interruption. Night after night, you allow that crucial deposit to be made into your muscle bank account. This steady, patient approach is what allows your body to slowly begin the process of rebuilding, reinforcing its foundation, and reversing the slow erosion that has been taking place. It's about creating a new habit that serves your long-term strength. And what can you expect to feel as you make this consistent change? The results will be gradual, but they will be real. Within about 4 to 8 weeks, many people begin to notice subtle but meaningful shifts. It might be the feeling of having a bit more oomph when you push yourself up from your favorite armchair. It could be a newfound sense of stability when you step off a curb or navigate an uneven sidewalk. You might find that carrying a bag of groceries from the car feels just a little bit easier, or that a flight of stairs seems less daunting. These are not dramatic, overnight transformations. They are the quiet, reassuring signs that your body is responding. It's your repair crew, finally able to do their job properly, night after night, slowly but surely shoring up the very foundation of your strength and your independence. This brings us to the most powerful truth of all. Your body has an incredible, innate wisdom and a profound capacity to heal and respond, no matter your age. The idea that we are simply in a state of inevitable decline after 60 is one of the most disempowering myths of our time. Your biology is not your destiny. It is a dynamic system that is constantly responding to the signals you provide. It is not broken. It has not forgotten how to work, and it is certainly not too old to change. It has simply been responding, perfectly and logically, to the instructions it was given. By understanding this mechanism, you move from feeling like a victim of the aging process to becoming an active, informed participant in your own health. You learn to speak your body's language, providing the clear, consistent signals it needs to do its best work for you. So please, take this knowledge and let it fill you with a sense of hope and control. It is never too late to make a small adjustment that can yield significant results. You now understand the hidden connection between a simple nightly habit and the strength in your legs. You have the practical tools to turn off the alarm and let your body's natural repair systems thrive. This isn't about a restrictive diet or an exhausting exercise program. It's about a single, intelligent tweak that honors how your body works today. Your strength, your stability, and your confidence are not lost to the past. They are waiting for you to create the right conditions for them to flourish once again. By making this simple change, you are sending a powerful message to your body. We are in this together, and we are building a stronger future, one night at a time.